Today in PA is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Buy one window or door and get another at 40% off and $250 off your project too. That's at zero money down, zero payments, and zero interest for a year. Spooky good. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for additional details. Offer ends at the end of the month. What's known as the Bad Bunny drug ring has been broken up. Meanwhile, an ex-county commissioner gave his friend almost $2 million in solar farm contracts. Jersey and Pennsylvania-based newspapers will cease print operations. Plus, you can smell like Philly with this new perfume. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. What authorities have deemed the Bad Bunny drug trafficking ring has been broken up following the arrest of the 5 men accused of running it, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. And it's called this not because it's affiliated with the singer, of course, but because they were selling narcotics, specifically heroin laced with fentanyl, stamped with the words Bad Bunny on them. The ring operated out of Philadelphia and distributed the drugs around Chester County for years, resulting in multiple fatal overdoses, including that of the 8-year-old son of one of the street dealers involved with the ring. The men are in custody in lieu of bail, and preliminary hearings have been scheduled for next month. The company owned by a high school classmate of former Dauphin County Commissioner Jeff Haste received almost $2 million worth of contracts for the Dauphin County Industrial Development Authority's solar farm, reports PennLive. The classmate in question, Bill Napikoski, began preliminary work on the solar farm before the IDA had appraised or purchased the land and before his company formally existed. In fact, documents outlining his professional background show no indication of any prior experience working on solar farms. Haste and his fellow county commissioners played key roles in the farm's development, Haste in particular. They asked the IDA to create it and directed millions of county dollars to fund it. They also signed on the county guaranteeing millions more in debt the IDA took on to build it. Haste previously lived in a rental property on the land that would later be purchased for the farm. However, the farm has been losing money for years and is now for sale, said John Pellicero, Director of Government Ethics at the Markula Center for Applied Ethics at Santa Clara University, quote, "The public should be concerned when tax dollars are being used to help create a solar farm that ends up being managed by a friend of the commissioner who doesn't really have experience in managing such." Advance Local, which owns PennLive, announced that newspapers in Jersey and Pennsylvania will cease printing operations, states NJ.com. Rising costs, decreasing circulation, and a lack of demand means that the Times of Trenton, the South Jersey Times, the Hunterdon County Democrat, the Eastern Express Times, the Star Ledger, and the Jersey Journal will print their final editions in 2025. These newsrooms will be making the transition to online entities such as Lehigh Valley Live, although leaders did acknowledge that the changes will significantly impact existing employees. Those affected will be given generous severance pay, according to Star Ledger executive Wes Turner, as well as transition assistant packages. You don't have to stand outside in Philly to smell like it afterwards, says 6ABC. You can just give yourself a good spritz with RDZ Parfum's latest perfume. Owner Alex Rodriguez has a strong love for Philadelphia, which is why he created scents based on iconic Philly smells, like the Philly Pretzel or Philly Blunt. Or now the latest in the collection, Art Museum, which Rodriguez explains is complex, just like the artwork you would find in a museum. Rodriguez even has another fragrance in the pipeline that's inspired by none other than the Liberty Bell. Freedom. Happy Halloween. I hope it's spooky but not too spooky and that you get a hand on some candy later. Or if you're not into Halloween, hope you just have a nice day/night in general. In any case, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you tomorrow for another round of Today in PA. Today in PA is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Buy one window or door and get another at 40% off and $250 off your project too. That's at zero money down, zero payments, and zero interest for a year. Spooky good. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for additional details. Offer ends at the end of the month.